Okay.
All right, I can go.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Okay, so I can screen share. I just found a Power Hour sheet that works for me, and there's a ton out there. So you can do like a Google image search and find one that works for you. What might work for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. So in a second, I will screen share and show you guys what I use. So if you don't have one right now, then grab any blank piece of paper, any pen, because we're going to go through a quick Power Hour together, searching on your Facebook. So let me just grab mine up here. Where is it? No. Okay, well that's a failure. Let's see. Can you see?
I'm gonna take this out there, okay?
You can't see mine if I hold it up. It just has basically, I'll try and find it when somebody else is talking, but it's basically adding 5 new friends, starting conversations, inviting people, follow-ups. I have a little spot on mine for post likes from the previous day because I know a lot of people can feel overwhelmed once their post does take off, exactly how to track that. So I'll go through and I'll write down likes. And a lot of those likes that I'll focus on are people that I'm not necessarily friends with already on Facebook. So I'll go and I'll reach out to them and I'll give them a little bit of love on their page if they accept my friend request. The other thing is personal development. I have that to check off. My workout was complete and my Shakeology is complete because let's face it, if you're not a product of the product, then you can't speak for it. And I know you guys, this isn't the first time that you've heard that. So let's start. Do we want to start by adding new friends? And we can, I have one up here. Let's see. I'm going to try that screen share one more time.
I can't screen share, or I would volunteer to do it, but I cannot.
Okay. Can you see my Facebook right now?
Yes.
Okay, so if I go to, let's see, I have one here. No, that's fine. Right here. Okay, this is one of the posts I did for a transformation. And so basically I can go down here and it shows all the likes. And if you guys don't have experience with this, once it pulls up the likes, you can go all the way to the bottom. And there's all the new people that have either liked or commented on this post that I'm not friends with. And it conveniently shows you right here how many mutual friends you do have. So you can go through and click on any one of those people and see, like I might pick her for instance, and then go through. Okay. And click on a bunch of things. But I'm going to go through and see who my common friends are. And if they, this is terrible. I'm sorry, guys. So right here it shows me the mutual friends. So if those 4 friends are friends that are close to me, then I'm going to go ahead and add her as a friend. And I know I had previously, I believe, sent her a message that said, hey, you know, thanks for the like on Shannon's transformation picture. It's a really tough world out there, so when women are lifting women up, you know, that's great. Just a simple comment, and then she gets back to me, and we'll get in a conversation that way. So we're going to give you guys about 5 minutes to go and either go and look at your friends and find mutual friends that way, or go to a post that you've made recently and identify those people that aren't friends of yours and add them as friends. So I'll start my timer now. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, the time is set. You've got 5 minutes. We want at least 3 people in these 5 minutes.
MC and Alicia, feel free to like comment or add anything, guys, too, if you have anything to add. MC, I know you're really good at finding people.
Yeah, I have one other way, and like the reason why it's so important to add new contacts is because, like, you know, you will run out of Facebook friends. Now I've been a coach for a year, and most of my clients now are people that I don't know. You know, I don't know them in real life. I know them from finding them on Facebook. Here's one way. I'm going to share my screen. I have like 5,000 tabs open though. Hold on.
You always have 5,000.
I know. It's awful. Okay, hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Just ignore like all the 5 bazillion tabs, okay? That's probably why my computer's so slow. So a way that I find new contacts, I'll go to my friends list, and a lot of times I'll just like scroll and click on someone random, not someone who's a coach. That's really important, not someone who's a coach. I was just talking to, Chris, can you get the dog? A friend of mine, so she's in my head. I'm going to go to like a random friend, maybe someone from high school or college, someone that you know, and you're going to go to their friends list and scroll down. The people at the top of their friends list are going to be people that you have mutual friends with. This is my best friend from high school. I go to her page a lot to find friends because she has a lot of friends. So you'll go to her friends list and then scroll to the bottom. We have a lot of mutual friends, so maybe this was not the best idea. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry, that took a while. It normally doesn't take that long, but this girl and I have a lot of mutual friends. So you'll get down to the bottom and it'll show you some of her friends, like some of this person's friends that you aren't friends with. And you can hover over here and see who your mutual friends are here. So here's this girl, Katie. We have 6 mutual friends. It's all people that I went to college with. So I'm actually, and there's no other Beachbody coaches. That's something you want to look at. We're not trying to, you know, take someone else's people. And also, like, you don't want to add someone just to, you know, see that they're already better friends. You know, they've known this person for a long time, another coach. They're obviously going to choose them. You don't want to waste your time. So I'm going to go ahead and add this girl. I don't really go after men. They're not in my market, so I don't add guys. This girl, her name actually sounds really familiar. We have a lot of mutual friends from high school. I'm going to go ahead and add her. So that's just another way to find new people. Does that make sense? Someone talking.
That's how I find my people too.
Yes, and that's what I was trying to get to without actually being able to show it. So thank you for saving me.
Yeah, for sure. Let me unshare. But I think it's just important to, you know, for you guys to understand that why we're adding, you know, it's not just to add random. I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog going nuts in the background. I apologize. But it's, you know, it's not just to add friends, just to add friends. It's because your cold market, your warm market, which is what, your close friends are, you will run out. I think in like month 9 of coaching for me, I ran out, but I had a lot of Facebook friends before. Some people don't have a lot of Facebook friends, so you're going to have to add new contacts. I'm muting myself because my dogs are destroying my house.
Yeah, okay, so did anybody start adding contacts? If not, do that now. It's really quite easy, guys. Just want to be friends with everybody. That's just the mindset you need to have. Awkward silence. I feel like we need like music or something. I hate silence.
I'll put some music on. What do you want?
Okay, so I see Brandy's added 5 already.
Woo!
Way to go.
Why don't you guys in the chat bar put the names, just like the first names. No one's stealing the people, but you just put your first names of who you're adding.
Good job, Vivi. Awesome. Give you guys like another minute or two. And don't get discouraged. I will tell you, don't get discouraged if they don't accept your friend request. Because, oh my goodness, I send out a lot of friend requests and a lot of people do not respond to me.
Some people are funny, like about their privacy.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's not funny. It just, I'm not, but some people are, so that's why. But make sure you're writing their names down, because you don't want to just add people and then, oh, who the heck did I add 2 days ago? And then,
Good job, Stephanie. Good job, Brandy. Good job, Kelly.
Yay.
Yeah, and like we said before, to kind of piggyback off of, what MC said about writing down who you're adding and stuff, that's part of tracking your business, which is also part of your power hour, because you have those names then to go back to. That, if you send messages to or they don't respond or whatever, those are your follow-ups. So you always want to just write those names down and just track your business as part of your power hour too. Okay, so that's pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. So what do you do then once they accept your friend request? Okay, so now you have a new friend or, 5 new friends or whatever. What do you do? So what I tend to do, I tend to send the exact same message and just kind of tweak it a little tiny bit to each person that I send it to, but it's a basic, like, we call them hey girls, or at least, MC and I do, Alicia does, I know. And so once they accept your friend request, I will go on to their page and I will like and comment on, 2, 3 pictures. I'll maybe like 1 or 2 and then comment on a 3rd one, or, if they have a really interesting page, I might, really put a lot of effort into, what I'm commenting and things like that, not just like a general, like, oh, like, I don't even know an example of, like, because I'm not like I don't know, can you help me out? Like, I usually try to find something that I can relate to them with. So like I texted MC because I got so nervous tonight because I found this really awesome girl and she's like super into yoga, super into fitness. And I kind of got nervous because like I really like wanted her on my team and I wanted her to join because I just think she like would fit in so well and I think she'd be a total inspiration. But I kind of got nervous because I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. But we always go by, you can say the wrong thing to the right people and it won't matter. And you can say the absolute right thing to the wrong people and they still won't join you because they're not your people. So if those people don't respond or, you know, they're not interested or whatever, that's okay because I'm not saying they're never going to be interested. Some won't ever be interested. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And they're just not your people and that's okay. But a lot of the people that I have talked to and that I've messaged, hey girls that have been complete strangers, are now coming back around a few months later saying that they want to join or, you know, they've been watching my posts. And so that's really, really important is to just stay genuine with your messages. Does that make sense?
And then keep in mind, too, those follow-ups are super important. Most people don't join from one invite or one hey girl or even one follow-up. I think they say on average it takes 8 to 12 follow-ups before somebody will actually commit to the program. So don't get discouraged from just sending out a couple of follow-ups or hey girls. And then with the hey girls, make sure you're popping on their page quickly before you send that out because you don't want to start with, hey girl, hope you're doing okay, when their dog just died or something like that. So just check it out very quickly and make sure that you know what's going on in their life.
And I just really have to reiterate that. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I fell victim to that. I messaged someone who was going through something really tough, and if I just would have taken 2 seconds to look at their Facebook page, I would not have messaged them. But you do not want to do that. Just take 2 seconds to look and see what's going on in their life. People told me that before, and I didn't listen to it, so I just have to say it again. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I've even done the same thing too. It actually just happened the other day. And there wasn't anything posted on her timeline that there was anything wrong. But I had sent her a message and, you know, I'm a bubbly person and, you know, that's how I want my messages to come across that I'm, you know, I just want to be your friend and, you know, I want to talk and communicate and whatever. Well, her really close friend had just died. So then you got to like take it back and you got to be like, oh my gosh, I'm like so sorry. Like, and just sympathize with them and, you know, not say, you know, oh, I understand or whatever, but like say like, you know, if there's anything I can do, if you need to talk, if you need to whatever, you know, I'm here. Like if you know, I'm really like, I'm an inspirational person. Like I relate to quotes and things. So like I will go on Pinterest if I'm having a bad day and I will just read and read and read quotes. And if I find a quote like that reminds me of somebody, I will save that quote and I'll send it to somebody. And guys, you don't understand like how much, like how far like that goes with somebody is just taking that like few seconds to like send somebody something. It's like their day's made.
And shows that you're connecting, you're building that relationship. Somebody's not going to just sign up with a random, you know, Facebook message or random, hey girl. They need to know that you're out there for them and they're not just a sales, you know, a quick sale.
Yeah. So those of you who have been adding contacts, not today, but recently that you haven't sent messages to, if you can find 3 people to just send a like genuine message to, we want you guys to do that now just to see, you know, go to their page, see what's going on in their life. Don't have to talk anything Beachbody, nothing. See how their life is going. See, you know, what they've been up to. If they have kids, ask about their kids. husband, whatever, and start building those relationships. MC, you want to cue the music? I feel so weird having silence.
Yeah, I'll put something on. What do we want to listen to?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I can sing if you don't want me to. But
I was listening to YouTube a little bit ago, and I have Taylor Swift going. I'll change it so you don't think I'm nerdy. It's like old school Taylor Swift. No, I'm going to let you listen.
I'm going to let you listen.
You have to do what she did.
Can you hear it?
It's very faint.
Let's crank it up.
Alicia, do you have anything to add? I can't see your face, but
I'm stuffing my face. That's why I turned my video off. No, I was going to say, so far so good. I'll chime in if I had anything, but you guys have got it going on.
yay. Brandy, I followed up with someone and their Graham just died that day. Yeah, it happens, you know, and it's not intentional. You don't mean to do it. Sometimes it happens. But there are, I mean, social media is social media, and a lot of people tend to put a lot out there. So most of the time when there's things going on, you can kind of tell. So that's why we just try to look at their Facebooks before. It sounds like such a creep. Like, you sound like such a creep, like stalking them or whatever. But I mean, you're really not being a creep.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Yeah, for real.
That was my son. He said, awkward moment of silence.
For real. Yeah. I like silence, but like, I have to, like, I listen to music when I work because that's like the thing that just like gets me in the zone. So like, whatever gets you guys in the zone, like, do it.
Do it.
And then if you guys just want to post in the chat bar, like when you're done, you can just like post done or whatever. Let us know that you guys did it.
Aren't just watching us in silence.
Or that, yeah.
I'm doing my power hour right along with you.
Yeah, I'm messaging people too.
I have a whole second computer set up. I feel really technologically challenged right now.
I know, I have my phone, I have my tablet sitting beside me, and I have my computer up with you guys on here. So yeah, I feel you.
That's what the last day of the month looks like in the world.
Life of a coach.
Yeah.
Guys, and just so you know, like, I know we've talked a little bit about Success Club, but dude, struggle bus. I needed to tell you guys, like, this month has been so freaking hard. I've been a coach for 16 something months, and seriously, it does not come easy. The longer that you're in it, it is freaking hard. I'm not at Success Club yet. So just a little info for you. Don't get discouraged if you're not there yet, because it can happen in like a day, no lie, in an hour if you try.
And how many people did you say you reached out to this month?
Oh, well, I've been in that training, so he's been pushing us really, really hard. I've talked to, I think it's around 300, 350. Yeah. And I've gotten a lot of freaking no's.
Yeah.
Are you guys having any trouble with that? Are you guys okay with that?
I'm not seeing any dones. Is it just a longer task or, oh, there's one.
Oh, girl, Brandy, I've sent out, I'd probably be at Success Club 30 by now, sweetheart. I literally have sent like 10 freaking links, and people have fallen off the face of the earth. It's not just you. Vivi, good. Someone messaged you back. That's awesome. Answer it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's the hey girl messaging and things like that. So Allison kind of mentioned too that it's not your power hour doesn't consist of just you sitting at a computer the whole time. I mean, I consider my PD one of the best parts of my power hour because it gets me in the mood to actually message people and invite, and we probably should have started with that first. I'm a little yellow.
That was my little video.
Yeah, well, you're right, Allison. You did post that video. It was a good one. I did watch that. But I get myself in the right mindset to message people and to talk to people, because if you're in a bad mood, it's not going to be good, because it's going to come off, that negative energy is going to come off in your message. So you have to try to hype yourself up, listen to music, I don't know, read some scriptures, I don't know, something to get you in the right mindset, a positive mindset, to actually be genuine and want to help people. So I wanted to add the PD part in there. But your power hour also includes like training groups. So like we have you guys in this Coach Basics. So I usually take, I take probably 10, 15 minutes to check in my groups every single day. So that's part of your power hour, is completing, since you're in, Coach Basics, completing the task that is posted for that day. Because that's how you're growing as a coach. You're not just, you're not just trying to help other people. You have to help yourself first. I don't even know what that quote is. MC, you might remember it. What's that quote? Something about a mask. What is that? When you're on an airplane, don't you remember the oxygen or something? You have to give yourself oxygen before you can help somebody else. I don't know what that quote is.
I don't know the quote, but I know what you're talking about. Like, you have to, whenever you're on a plane, we suck. When you're
We do suck. It's okay.
You have to put your kids' masks on before you put yours. Otherwise, you're both dead. You gotta save yourself and then help the other people. I'm sorry. I don't know the quote, but you get what we're saying.
There's
And
also
had I not heard,
pour from an empty cup.
yeah, had I not heard that quote, I probably, I would honestly give my mask to somebody else. I really would. Because I'm thinking, oh, no, they need it first, but how am I going to be helped to anybody else if I can't breathe? So, where was I going with that? Oh my goodness, somebody help me.
Personal development. You have to be in the mood.
Right, yeah, that. Guys, Hot Mess Express over here. It's the last day of the month. I had a long day.
Yeah, who scheduled this one on the last day?
Oh, well, you guys are getting the real us. I mean, you can see we're not freaking perfect.
Right. If you could see more than just my headshot right here, I think the last call, it was peanut butter and I don't even know what from a frozen mug. But right now, my whole table is just papers galore, out of control. You'd be like, how does she even get herself dressed in the morning if you saw what I'm sitting in right now?
But anyway, guys, yeah. So the training groups, make sure you're checking in those every day, because it is so important for you guys to be learning, and growing yourself before, you can help anybody else. And, I, as a coach, a new coach, I didn't really get that, because I was just like, oh, I just want to help people. And I didn't think I needed personal development. And boy, everybody needs personal development, guys. Just seriously, everybody needs to be happy.
You don't like it? Well, not now.
So-
Okay.
So do we want to go?
And then, what'd you say, Allison?
Do we want to move on to invites?
Yeah, we can. Do you have a, I don't have a sample with me anywhere that I can post. I don't think. I'll try to get one. But if you want to talk, I'll try to copy and paste one in the comments.
Okay. You know, with invites, I just want to say, even now for me, 6 months into it, invites are the one thing I have to remind myself to do. They're the one thing that I struggle with the most because it's like, ugh, this again is kind of how I feel, but it is so, so important. And I know I like to tell some of my new coaches, think about it like you are a server at a restaurant and you're just going around offering a cup of coffee. There's going to be people that want that cup of coffee, and then there's going to be people that are not coffee drinkers, God help them, but they're going to say no, and it's just a single cup of coffee. It's nothing more than that. And so then you what's that?
One of the people that I messaged responded back, like, what are you doing? So I told him, and then one of them responded back, I love Beachbody. So what do I say?
Ask what their experience is.
Huh?
Ask what their experience, like what programs have they done, or do they drink Shakeology? Find out what they
Yeah, I would say, oh, girl, what programs have you done? And then, like, you know, when she responds, ask her if she has a coach.
All right.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, this is perfect, guys. This is a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask her if she has a coach right away, but, you know, I would just start with, you know, what programs have you done? Like, oh, I love it too. You know, maybe tell her a little bit about your experience. But you're pretty quick. I'd ask her if she has a coach.
Heck yeah.
Let's get this conversation going.
Because
Well, we can do this right now. MC, this is perfect. Allison, this is perfect.
Absolutely.
this is perfect. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but people who order, like if they order off of an infomercial, like say they see Payo or whatever on an infomercial, they get assigned a coach. And a lot of times people don't even know that they have a coach. So like, I've talked to people who've ordered off an infomercial and they're like, no, I don't have a coach. And I'm like, well, you do, but I'm going to be your coach now. So go ask them.
Yeah.
I know. I love that. I'm trying to get the invite, guys. I'm sorry.
But that's okay. While Vivi is working on that, we had talked about objections a little bit later, and I know that I've seen in the actual, Coach Basics group that a lot of people don't know what to say, and they struggle when somebody, pours their heart out into how much they want to change, and this is what they want to do, and they're so interested, and they get conversations back and forth, and then all of a sudden they, fall off the face of the earth. And so if you've gone back and forth with somebody and you're comfortable with them, and sometimes people need you to be blunt. So I found one of my objection posts where they had just been like gone forever. They wouldn't respond to any of my messages. So I'm going to read it to you because I don't have it where I can share anything. And I was just like, okay, I hope I can be blunt. When we first talked, you were telling me all about your daughter's next birthday. You wanted to be able to cover her presents without having to struggle. And so you weren't ready to commit to Shakeology. I completely get that. Sorry, next page. But when you stopped responding, I guess I got a little confused, a little sad. I don't know what your hang up is, but I do know that if you never give yourself a chance, you will for sure never succeed and always be stuck in the I wish I did cycle, which is what I was stuck in for many years. So sometimes people just need to be able to relate to that. No more, you've built that relationship with them, you've gone back and forth with them, and so sometimes they need to be like, hey, do this or don't, but you can't look back and be like, oh, I wish I started a year ago, or you're going to be in that same spot 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road. And of course, know your audience. Know if you can be blunt with them.
Yeah, because some people will get very offended.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, it's happened.
Yeah. Yep.
But you can't take it to heart because you're not being, you know, you're not saying, oh, you need to lose weight, or, oh, you know, I don't know, you need to join the group, you know, for whatever X, Y, and Z. You know, you're just presenting the opportunity in front of them. And I was actually, it's funny because I was actually thinking, I do my best thinking in the shower, guys.
Me too.
And I was thinking this morning, I was like, people, when I go get my nails done, you're sitting there, they're doing your nails, whatever, and they ask you, do you want a pedicure today? And you politely say, no, thank you, or, oh, yeah, sure, that'd be great. Or, you know, like you're sitting there getting your nails done, and they're like, well, do you want your eyebrows waxed today? Blah, blah, blah. No, thank you. Yes, sure, they're out of control, whatever. But, like, do you get offended when those people ask you for another service? No, you don't. Because they're just presenting the opportunity in front of you. It's not, they're not doing it, you know, I mean, yes, they're doing it to make money. And yes, we are in this business. I mean, it's your job. So yes, you need to make an income, but you're doing this because you believe in something so much that you want everybody to do it. You want to just, you know, tell everybody and shout from the rooftops, and you want everybody to join. So I kind of have that kind of a mindset when, you know, when you're inviting. Does that make sense?
Perfect. Or if you're having a gathering, your husband's birthday, your kid's birthday party, you know, just any type of something at your house. If you don't send out an invite, how are people going to know to show up? And either they're available or they're not available. Like, that's the first thing when you're getting it out there. Are these new dones from the invites, or are those the ones from the previous task?
I almost have the invite. Hold on, guys.
Vivi, how are you doing? Any response yet?
Oh yeah, I'm still chit-chatting.
There you go. Get it, girl. Alicia, do you have anything to add with that? I know you said you were going to chime in, so I just don't want to leave you out.
I actually had somebody, I was out to dinner earlier, and I had the girl serving our table, when I went to pay the bill, said, are you the one that does the Shakeology stuff? And I was like, yeah, that's me. I said, you can, you know, and I was like, oh, you can always find me on Facebook. I wrote down my information, so now I'm frantically trying to find her.
All right, guys, I'm going to copy and paste the invite if it'll work for me. If it won't work in the chat here, I will, oh, it looks like it's going to work. Okay. Did everybody get that? Did it come through?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I've been sending to people. I mean, it's literally like, it's not rocket science. It's super simple. And actually the girl that I had just messaged, she's like, oh my God, yes, please. Like, all caps, exclamation points. Like, so, I mean, it doesn't need to be anything like 8 paragraphs long of here's my link and this is my website, and no, like, it can be so simple.
That's not a minute. That's 10 minutes. 13 minutes. So that's not
Allison, do you have anything else then other than that? I know we're coming up on an hour here, so.
I don't think so. We covered a lot.
I know, I don't want to overwhelm them, but it's really just basic stuff that we've been, posting in the Coach Basics group that we're just kind of now getting you to actually do these every single day.
Yes. Yeah. And hopefully you guys find a sheet that works for you for your power hour. Don't spend too much time recreating your own. There's tons out there. So find one that works for you. I can always send mine. I know Vivi had asked me for one last week or something, and I didn't have it saved on my computer. I now have that saved now, so I can email it whenever. Check with your coaches, see if they have something that they can email to you. We are not shy about sharing anything that's going to help you guys grow.
Alicia, do you want to, I know, because you're busy, you've got, kids, like 4 kids, 2 jobs, a husband, like, do you have anything special that you want to, like, maybe help get across during power hours?
The only thing I was going to say, guys, is that power hour doesn't have to be done all at once. So you don't have to sit down for an entire hour at a time. So if that doesn't work for you, you can break up these tasks throughout the day. So that's why the sheet that Allison was talking about is really important. As long as you mention, or that she mentioned, as long as you're tracking what you're doing, if you, in the morning, add your 5 contacts and check into your groups, and you check that off, and then maybe over lunch you send 3 invites, you can check that off, and then maybe you do 15 minutes of PD sometime, you know what I'm saying? So when we say power hour, that doesn't mean you have to carve out an entire hour every single day to do your business all at once, because I understand that that's not feasible for some people. Then so be it. But whatever works for you, but you just have to make time to get those tasks on that list done daily. If you're getting those done, you're moving your business forward for sure. Does it take an entire hour? Some days yes, some days no. Some days it takes an hour and a half. But as long as you are tracking it, you know that you're doing the tasks that are worth your time. So you're not getting caught up in scrolling your newsfeed. You're not getting caught up in things that aren't going to get you results. So I hope that makes sense. That was kind of the point of us doing this call tonight. Like Kaylee mentioned, we definitely have been teaching you all of this stuff all month long, but now it was like a practical application of how do you actually sit down and do this. And no one's going to be looking over your shoulder. It's a good practice to get in the habit of like turning in sort of like an activity tracker to your coach like once a week, just for accountability's sake to yourself, to make sure that you are indeed like keeping up with these tasks. It's not like we're going to require it, but if you want to be like on top of your game, I definitely recommend that you every week turn in your activity list, this power hour sheet or whatever, to your coach and show them like what you've been doing and how you've been keeping up, and it's going to keep you kind of like in the game, so to speak, so that you don't allow yourself to just fall off and get lazy and not invite today and not invite tomorrow and not invite the next day, because you're going to be sending that tracking sheet to your coach, and you want to be able to show him or her that you've actually been doing something all week, So the other thing is if you're tracking it, you can see where you're slacking and hopefully make improvements if need be. So it gives you something to talk about with your coach if you are struggling. They can look at your activity tracker and say, okay, well, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing you're only doing 3 invites. Can I make a recommendation? Let's increase that to 5 a day, or let's increase that to 10 a day if you really want to see results. So stuff like that. Just some of my thoughts. But yeah, I think this was a great call. I hope that those of you that couldn't watch it live will enjoy the recording. You can post questions for us in the group. And anybody else have anything to add or questions?
Don't be shy.
I just want to say I love that there's a lot of people who are like posting their conversations, like screenshots of their conversations and asking help. That's really, really awesome. I did that with Alicia a lot in the beginning just because like I wasn't sure what to say or how to handle a conversation. You know, we all struggle with that. So I love that. And I really encourage everyone, you know, to do that as you're having these conversations.
And guys, you will still do that. I know MC and I still will screenshot messages back and forth, or if we're together doing a power hour, we'll read each other messages and we'll be like, how do you think how do you think I should respond? Or what should I say? Like, it's good to bounce ideas off of each other because you may say something, you may have something that isn't, you know, or is good for that other person, or, you know, whatever. Like, you may have just like the smallest tip that will help somebody. So it is good to show your coach, or to show, you know, we always talk about like MC is my success partner. So it's just somebody that literally keeps me accountable, pushes me, and I do the same for her. So it's pretty awesome. So if you guys don't have anything else, I think that's all, and I think we'll get going, and you guys can go enjoy the rest of your night. Alicia, are we done? We good? I think you have to stop recording though. Perfect. Wait, I can't hear you.
Good night, guys.
Sorry. Okay, I just have to end the recording.
Okay. All right, night guys. Good seeing all your faces.